Peace. Peace, everybody. Coming to the room. Peace. This is my rant for the day. Welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Beautiful asked me, when are you leaving? Everybody keep asking me, when are you leaving? When are you going back to carbonation? To answer the question very simply, it starts in the mind. See, y'all thinking that me going back to carbonation is me physically just leaving and going. But it starts in the mind. And whatever the mind is, the body will follow. So don't get so caught up in the physical aspect of it. Okay? And whenever it happens, it's going to happen. But y'all just like, no, when are you going to go? Because you said that you... Hey, I'm already there. Okay, but that is not what this video is about. Somebody asked me why my hair's covered. Because I did a big chop and I need to get it cut. So this is just a way of me just not looking crazy. So I'll do the wraps and stuff. So before I get started on my rant for the day, I would first and foremost like to tell everyone that I am thankful and I forgive you. That's the first thing I want to say, because I'm very thankful for those that have followed me on my journey. Whether if you agree with me or not, you're going with me. Like, you know my every move. You're here with me. And I want to say I'm thankful. But I also want to also share that I forgive you. Because what I've done today, I've actually started unblocking a lot of people that I have blocked. And I looked at my block list. I'm like, damn, it was a lot of people. I got a lot on my hands. But I started unblocking a lot of people because I realized that there is nothing to unblock because everything is me. Everybody that is coming at me is showing a piece of me or my thoughts or whatever is going on. You are just bringing that to me and showing that to me. So whenever somebody comes to me with a comment that I think is disrespectful or rude or whatever, or I don't want to hear, I just block them. But you can't block yourself. Like, you can't, there's nothing, you can't block yourself. Like, you have to deal with yourself. That doesn't mean that you're going to endure people just throwing stones at you forever, but at least know how, understand it. And that's the thing. And I realized that pain comes from misunderstanding. So whatever pain I have is because I'm misunderstanding something and I'm not focused on the knowledge. I'm not focused on what I know. You know, I'm getting caught up in my feelings. Can y'all see me? Because I hate when that phone does that when it gets dark. But then I don't know if it's the phone or the shadow. Hold on. Y'all see me? It don't matter. It don't matter. So that's the reason why I said I'm going to start unblocking people, because it's like, I get it. I said I understand. I understand why you say what you say, or, you know, whatever. And so that's what my rant is for today. It's about self-esteem, because you have to look at how a person lives their life. in accordance to the advice that they give. Okay? And that's why it's very important for you to understand what the ego is. Because the ego and self-esteem is the same thing. Because the ego is just a sense of who you think you are. That is what the ego is. Just a sense of who you are. So when someone says you got a big ego, you have a big sense of who you are. You have a little ego, it's a small sense of who you think you are. So what I've realized is that when people say certain things to you because you want to live your life a certain way, or you believe that you are God, you know who you are, you want to walk the truth, you want to live the truth and be the truth, but then you got people in your life telling you no, or telling you who they think you are. Everything is based on their self-esteem of what they think of themselves. Everything is based on their self-esteem. The reality is based on what they think of themselves. So your self-esteem controls everything. Your ego controls everything, because if you have a low ego, for example, you have low self-esteem about yourself, so therefore your life is going to reflect that. You're going to be around certain people. You're going to be doing certain things. You're going to have certain thoughts about yourself that does not honor you, that are very low and put you down. And it's going to keep you in your lower self because you have low self-esteem. But if you have high self-esteem, a high regard to yourself, you're going to want the best. And no one can tell you about you because you know yourself. You love yourself. You understand? And a lot of people be like, well, you need to humble yourself. Most people don't even know what humble means. Humble means to have a low regard of oneself. And most people have a low regard of themselves because of their low self-esteem. So that's the reason why I told myself, I was like, I'm going to have to forgive a lot of people because most people have a low self-esteem about themselves. Most people have a very small ego about who they think they are and what they're capable of becoming because of your self-esteem. And it could be your childhood traumas, your generational curses, but it truly stems from your astrological program. And that is why it is so important for you to know who you are. Because your self-esteem and what you think of yourself, your ego, could be a debilitation within itself. And if you don't take the time to learn yourself and understand yourself, then you're going to continue to get what it is that you're getting. And so the other day, I did a reading for a person. And if you're watching, I'm not going to put your name out there or put in your business. I never do that. But I always use my readings as a form of learning. And this person came to me wanting to know about themselves. It's an older person. Like they probably maybe in their 40s or 50s. I'm not sure. But they didn't know who they were. They came to me. I was like, they don't really understand who they are. They just need help to understand. They wanted to use it for astrology. So as I'm studying her chart and getting her chart ready, I realized that I started seeing certain things. So I never know what the reading's really going to manifest into. I just allow my intuition to flow about, what I could come together and present to you. What's your debilitations or what's your purpose or whatever. So when I came to her and we were talking and I started asking her the questions, long story short, she was in a relationship for 20 years with someone that she knew that she shouldn't be in a relationship with, but because children came and she didn't really understand who she was, she got stuck in a situation. So now, 20 years later, the same thoughts and feelings that she had when she got into the relationship, those same thoughts and feelings are still there. But now she feels stuck. And what her chart showed her was the low self-esteem that she had about herself. And until she does something different, she's going to continue to have what it is that she's having. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to go through a lifetime of pain and suffering to get to the point of your life, to get to the purpose, to get to your destiny in your life. Yeah, people may not agree, people may not understand, people might put you down, but it does not matter. They're only coming at you with the level of self-esteem that they have about their own life. And this person is talking about feisty baby boo. I don't know if you're talking about me. You know, but even when I talk a certain way, y'all be like, why are you talking like that? That's because of your own ego. Your ego is very soft and fragile. So that's why you walk and you do things, because you're very fragile to life. You're afraid to really be who you are and understand who that is. So you want to stay comfortable. That is why I tell y'all, study your chart. That's why I'm such a big advocate of astrology. Okay? I'm such a big advocate of that. Because it's going to show you yourself. It's going to show you who you are. It's even for some of y'all in this room that like is saying negative comments, it's going to show you why you say negative comments. I'm just a reflection of you, showing you what you're stopping yourself to become, whatever it is. You don't have to be on the same journey as me, but I'm sure there's something in your life that you are not allowing to manifest because of your own low self-esteem, because of your own ego. So when you see somebody doing something that you know that you're supposed to do, but you have a very low self-worth of yourself, you're going to do whatever you can to stop that person. Because there's something within you that's stopping yourself. So with mundane astrology or tropical astrology, it's about the ego, right? Because I've been studying different astrologies. It's about your ego. It's about who you think you are, your personality. That's what tropical astrology is. Just telling you about your personality, right? Now I'm getting into esoteric astrology. And what that is, it is the astrology of your purpose. What are you here to do? What is your purpose? It don't matter about your generational curses. It don't matter about trauma. It don't matter about none of that. It's about the purpose of why you are here. Once you learn tropical astrology, you understand your personality and what holds you back, or your gifts and talents of what you're here to bring. Now you go into esoteric astrology and it tells you your purpose as to why you're doing what you're doing. So that is what you should be focused on at all times, is your purpose. But you must learn yourself, you must understand yourself, because yourself is always getting in the way. At the end of the day, you're constantly dealing with yourself. So your own self can hinder you from your own purpose. And what esoteric astrology really focuses on, it focuses on the sun, the moon, and your ascendant. So whatever signs those planets in that position is in, you want to study that. So for example, like I'm a sun Sagittarius, moon Leo, and ascendant in Virgo. So I was studying those three signs to understand my purpose as a collective whole. Now, I do know that they discuss other planets, but what I've been researching, those are the top 3 important positions that you will discover your purpose and what you are here to do. Okay? But tropical astrology is just your personality, like how you're going to go about doing it. And what's holding you back. And there's so many different ways of understanding yourself, but I realized that a lot of people have low self-esteem. And it has a lot to do with your childhood, your background, of why you feel the way that you feel. But I'm here today to let you know that you can do anything. Yeah, there's going to be challenges and there's going to be obstacles, but you can do anything that you put your mind to. And that's why I said your mind, because everything is all in your mind. And the way you know that you're acting in your lower self is by the thoughts that you're having about yourself. Because if you really sit and pay attention to your thoughts on a day-to-day basis, they're not serving you. Your thoughts are not serving you. So you're so concerned about people, but it's your thoughts, the way you're thinking, your thought pattern. That is what is not serving you. And the type of self-esteem you have dictates your life. And most of us have low self-esteem. So you have a low value to life, you have a low value to the truth. Because that's how you see it. And you must be aware of that. You must be aware that your self-esteem dictates your reality. Look at your relationship. Does it reflect a person that has a high regards to themselves or a person that has a low regard to themselves? I'm going to let that sit for some of you because I think some of you know the answer. And even with being in Babylon and moving to the tropics, being in an atmosphere that you know is more conducive for you, it's all based on your self-esteem. That's big. That is big. So that's why I'm like, I can't take people personally. I can't take y'all personally, what y'all be saying to me. Because it's based on your self-esteem. And it lets me know what you think of yourself. How you treat others lets me know how you think of yourself. Point blank period. And so with me, I have a very high self-esteem because I have Leo moon and my Venus is in the 5th house. So I have like Leo energy placed, and then I'm a Sagittarius and I have Sagittarius. So that fire energy naturally has a high self-esteem about itself. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have like, low self-esteem, but it's just for the most part we're very confident. Fire energy is very confident. So for me it's like I really think a lot of myself, and when I look back at my life and all the things that I try to do and be different and learn, it was because of how much I love myself. And everything I did was to understand who I was, and I didn't care if it made people uncomfortable. I didn't care if I was the only one out here doing it. I love myself. At the end of the day, I have to answer to me. I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to answer to my mom. I don't have to answer. Everybody got to answer to their own self at the end of the day. Why you didn't do what you were supposed to do for you. It is your mind, it is your soul that you must save. Nobody else. You can't save no one but yourself. But based on your self-esteem will show you if you even have the ability to save yourself. Your ego dictates everything. So you must understand that ego of yours. It is self-destructive. And as I go on my journey, I see things about myself that I'm like, okay, that's a debilitation, and I need to work on that, or I need to be more aware of that. And Immortal Days, she did a video. If y'all not following her, y'all should follow her. Her name used to be Sheba, if y'all aren't familiar with that. She did a video about Moon in the 12th house, and that's what sparked it, because I have Moon in the 12th house too. And your moon sign really dictates your emotions. Your moon sign actually, it's actually who you are, but it's also one of your biggest debilitations. And that's what esoteric astrology shows you, that your moon, as you get older or experience more life, your moon is going to become a debilitation, because we get very comfortable in how we feel about things. And as you live life, see, the moon represents your security, what you need to feel secure. So the more you experience life, you hold on to that subjective part of yourself, because okay, you might feel this way about something, but a lot of times our feelings does not come from rational places. It comes from because this is how I feel about it, and I don't care about the facts. I don't care about the truth. This is how I feel about it. And that's the reason why your moon sign eventually can become your own debilitation, because you're coming from an irrational place. So that's the reason why you must get into divine knowledge of self, knowing who you truly are in an objective way, and living your life based on principles and morals and laws of nature, because you are here to learn, to manifest, to know how to think. And most people don't want to think. Most people just want people to do it for them. But you have to remember, your thoughts dictate your reality. So what are you thinking? Are your thoughts serving you? So you must reprogram yourself to have thoughts that are serving you, that is moving you somewhere, taking you somewhere. Most of us ain't doing nothing. We just sitting there going to work every day, in and out, coming home, watching TV, going to bed, getting back up, doing it all over again. It's like a hamster in a hamster wheel, just going in circles and going in circles, going in circles. But that voice within you is telling you there's something more. But you got to ask yourself, why are you not listening to that voice? Because of your self-esteem. You don't even listen to your own voice. You don't even listen to yourself. That voice, that inner God within you. You're not even listening. And you don't even care about yourself enough to really listen and trust. You don't even trust yourself. A lot of people have trust issues because they don't trust themselves. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you. You don't trust you. So therefore, that reflects all of your relationships. You don't trust nobody because you don't even trust you. You don't even listen to yourself. So if you want to get started on trusting yourself and knowing yourself, now is the time to start studying yourself, loving yourself. And it don't matter if you agree or you don't want to do what it is that I'm doing, but at least take the time. If you're going to be coming into my room and saying whatever, at least take the time to know who you are. At least take the time to understand why you even doing what you're doing. Why you even saying what you're saying. Even if you are a demon, you should understand what type of demon you are. take the time to know who you are. And the more you take the time to know who you are, the more you can control your life. Because any little thing that happens, no, like, chill out. Chill. It's okay. You got this. It's all in your mind. It's just electrical signals coming in front of you. It's not real. You got this. You got this. And the more you know that, the more you start moving in that way. Like, I got this. Because I got a numerology reading done the other day. And I want to come live and I want to let y'all hear it. It's beautiful. I like numerology. I just don't have the time to like really immerse myself into it as much as I would like to teach you. But I know people that are really good in numerology. But it was so encouraging. And what I learned about myself, and this is the reason why I moved the way that I've moved, is that I don't have any karmic debt. I don't have any karma this lifetime. Because I did the right thing the last lifetime. And so I'm doing it in this lifetime. So once I realized that, and they told me that in this lifetime you can create the life that you want to have. So you could do whatever you want to do. Once she told me that, I was like, oh wow, there's no need to fear. There's no need to be afraid. There's no need to second guess yourself. Make sure you keep your mind in the kingdom of God and you can do anything. You really can do anything. As long as you keep your mind secure on the kingdom and on the righteous path, you can do anything. Nothing can stop you. Do what you are called to do. Do what you are here to do. Just focus on that. And everything is going to work out. So once I realized that, I'm like, shoot. And since I've taken on that thought frequency, things have been working out. Things have been unfolding. I received more patience and more endurance and more focus and more clarity. Because of that. And more compassion and more love. Because I realized I dictate all of this. I'm the observer of all of this. No one's not doing anything to me. It's me doing it to myself. So yeah. So that was my rant for the day. I'm sure some of you got something out of that. And the others, you got something out of it too. See? You know what, Ramona Daniels, you're probably right. I probably am stupid. But you're watching me, so what's that make you? We're stupid together. Okay, let me look at the comments. It's usually I just get off, but I'm so filled with the Holy Spirit, y'all. Ugh. When you get filled with the Holy Spirit, that is having a high frequency of energy, thoughts. Like, nothing can faze you, really. So let me see what y'all talking about. Somebody said, I have seen you mention that you are doing things to yourself. What are you doing to yourself? What you mean? Okay, let's see. Oh, somebody said if it wasn't for Rambo working right now, she would have a roof. She would have a roof over her head or food. I'll let you continue to think like that. Like it's like I'm not gonna argue with people. Like y'all are going on assumption, but I'll let you believe that. I'll let you stay with that thought. Oh, Beautiful says she need a job. Her mind is occupied on Chief and it's driving her crazy. And that's what Beautiful wants. So you see this, her self-esteem. Oh, this could be fun. So that's her self-esteem. She's showing us her level of what she thinks of herself. She thinks the remedy to anything in her life is to have a job. But see, that's the programming because who told you that you're supposed to be working? She's under the program that a job will satisfy whatever need that you have. Working in a system, being a slave to a system is the remedy to your answers. See? Zen is beautiful, Miss Feisty Lady. Oh, Ivy said, my daughter looked just like you. Everybody always say I look like somebody like their auntie, their mama, their sister, their cousin. Hey, Miss J951. Ivy said, I want to help, even if I have nothing but love to give. And that's all you had to give. That is the best thing that anybody can receive. It's understanding. That's the best gift. Money can't buy that, but it's understanding. That's the biggest thing. If you could give anyone, shoot, you just gave them everything. I'm not even going to repeat that. We the black people. Okay, y'all ain't really saying. Let me see if y'all say anything at the bottom. Oh, somebody said, which denomination of Christianity did you come from? Well, I first started off AME Zion, like it was the denomination, and then when I actually did get saved, I left the church. And I guess you could kind of say it was like, even though they left the church, they still held on to the doctrine of a Seventh-day Adventist. But I was a Seventh-day Adventist, but that's just, you know, they had the books when we were doing home church. Because I had got into a home church where we wasn't in the churches anymore, but we just fellowshipped in our home. But we did it on what we considered the Sabbath. So yeah, that's what I used to be into. Somebody said Chamber Smyrna said you should feel ashamed for not wanting to work. Oh my God, I should feel ashamed for not being a slave to the system. Oh my gosh. See, what you think is work is not work, it's slavery. See, I am working. I'm working for the kingdom. I'm doing what I'm called to do. So it may not be what you might appear, but I'm doing the work, teaching. That's what I'm here to do. To teach, to be a mother, to be God. That is the work. Not having a job where you clock in and clock out. But the idea of doing that, like, oh my gosh, I can't. Because you have been programmed, sweetie, to think that that's all it is. See, y'all living like in a tunnel vision. Not all of you. Now, some of y'all understand. But y'all don't realize that in this world, there is people doing a lot of things. And a lot of people are not working a job. They're doing incredible things. But because of your perception and how it's like this, you can only see it this way. But you don't have to continue to do what it is that you're doing. But because of your, again, remember what we learned today, because of your self-esteem, it dictates your reality. It dictates your ability. So what you're doing, that's the only thing you know how to do. Because that's how you judge yourself. Based on your own ego. No, y'all, I'm not shaming y'all. Y'all shaming me. Y'all think y'all could just come in here and say whatever you want to say. Throw stones at me, but then I throw them stones back. Be like, hey, you're being mean. Like, no. Like, you started it. I'm sitting over here on my little platform talking, and here y'all come. Someone says, so who paying the bill to preach your teaching on live? See, that's what you think. You think there's bills. See, you don't know what life that I manifested for myself. It's amazing. See, y'all think there's bills. Y'all think there's mortgages. You think, Rambo and I are here working jobs. You think we're living off of donations. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. And you wouldn't even have known that it could be possible. Because I have an aspect in my chart. My Saturn is in the second house, and my Pluto is in the second house. So I am here to learn how to be responsible when it comes to my possessions, and I am here to learn how to transform and let go of the control of possessions and money. It was very hard for me because when I was in Babylon, I was always afraid and in fear of not having enough money. And so sometimes I would work 2 and 3 jobs. Because I wanted to make sure that I had money that I had in the savings, the money I could pay my bills, the money I could just, have fun with. But it was always never enough money, and so I was always like, I need to make sure I have a job. But then I realized once I came onto the righteous path and came into the truth, you shouldn't be focused on money. You shouldn't be focused on that. And the more that you're not focused on money, the more everything that you need will come to you. Ask me how I know, because I've been doing this for 2 years now and have not wanted for anything. And I feel like the universe moves through people. So the universe knows what it is that I need. I don't have to worry about, eating or shelter, because I've always received everything that I need as long as I trust it. And especially as long as I live a life based on morals and principles and the laws, the true laws of the universe. And as long as you do that, I promise you, you will be taken care of. But you cannot have any fear or doubt in you. It's just like when Jesus was walking on the water and he told him to come out there with him. And he was and the person that he had asked to come out there, at first he was walking on the water with Jesus, but as soon as that doubt and fear came in, he fell into the water. That is life. That's what happens to most of us. We get scared and fearful because of the programming. See, a lot of y'all is saying all these things. You want to hold on to the program. See, somebody said freeloaders. See, you want to hold on to the program. Who was that person? Was it Peter, Paul? Who was it? Y'all Bible thumpers, tell me. No, it's a story, Keystone 5000. It's you take the stories and you apply them to your life. It doesn't even matter if it actually happened. What was the point of the story? Doesn't even matter if it's true. You ain't gonna know right today if it really happened. What was the point that you could get out of that story? That's what I love about the Bible and different religions. They have a lot of great points to it. Just take the point. Don't worry about, well, what day was Jesus born? Was he doing it? Was Jesus black, white? It don't matter. What was the point of the story? What was the lesson? Somebody said the real test would be if you couldn't get online at all, could you still manifest? Absolutely, but the reason why I stay online, because this is my purpose. This is what I'm here to do, is to teach. See, y'all think being a teacher, you got to be in the system of Babylon and work in the school systems that's programming our children to go against themselves. That's not necessarily what it means to be a teacher. They're just programmers. So you utilize what has been given to us, and we have been given technology. So this is how you use technology. Most of you are just consumers of technology. That's why a lot of people, they have to get off of technology. Like, oh, I gotta take a break because it's too much. It's because you're just consuming it. You're not using technology for a purpose. To put out a message, to put out a frequency. To put out information to help yourself. And to help others. You're just on here like, who's the next live? What's going on? I gotta see this, I gotta see that. And before you know it, it's like you get caught up and it really stresses you out. And it stresses you out to where you have to get offline. For a purpose, then you won't ever feel that way. Yeah, forever, y'all girls said, I don't even call them schools. They program as centers for clowns. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Oh, Immortal Matumba said, what have you taught in the past 2 years? What I have been teaching myself and others is the divine knowledge of self that was given to me by the Honorable Prophet Chief of GM. And that's why you continue to see me get online teaching it, because this is what I'm called to do. Doesn't matter if I'm there with them or I'm here. I am to teach what has saved my life, what has given me life, so that I can give it back to you for those that are seeking something and seeking the truth. That's what I've been doing for the past 2 years. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. Everyone knows walking on the righteous path and following truth is never easy, because we have so much programming that we have to let go of, that was given to us by our lower self. So you might see a lot of people come and stumble and fall and get back up, but that's the name of the game. Anything you choose to do, wherever you choose to be in your lower self and be in Babylon and start a business, you're going to go through obstacles. And you might fail, but you're going to get back up and keep going. But when you come into your higher self, it's like you welcome it, because you're transforming and you're changing. You're dying so that you can live. And that's what it's all about for me. I don't care what people say about me and what they did. And this, no, you better save your own soul and your own mind. At the end of the day, everybody got an answer to something. So I've been given a gift, and I'm not going to take it lightly. Because I don't know if any of y'all were in my last live where I was talking about the subconscious mind and how it takes 7 years to program a child. Well, it's going to probably take that amount to unprogram yourself from the foolery of your lower self. It's going to take some time. That's why when you be in the churches and like everybody be sinning, you be like, you think everybody in church wants to be perfect, but then you realize they're the least imperfect. They're the ones that's not perfect at all. But that's not the point. They're there to grow and learn whatever it is that they're trying to understand about themselves. And so that's what it's about when you're on the righteous path. So you truly can remember and know that you're God. You know? Oh, beautiful said cheap is the devil. Yeah, and God. See, God is the devil and God at the same time. You are the devil. I'm the devil. The devil and God lives within all of us. You see. Alright, y'all, I'm about to go. Auntie Nana said, since you've been with Chief nearly 3 years, no, it's been 2 years, so I don't know where everybody getting 3 years from. How many times has he changed his name? Seems like the Wall of Babel, cause all y'all do is babble. And it's interesting that you say that, Auntie, because you're always in the room, so all we're doing is babbling. Then why are you giving your energy to babbles? But just when a person changes their name, you got to understand that people are constantly transforming and changing. When you're living in truth, you're going to be constantly changing and transforming and evolving. It's just like your cell phone, like your iPhone. You're constantly getting updates. Like, you make sure you get that iPhone update, but when it comes to the update of your life and who you're becoming, y'all be like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm going to stay the same way that I am because it works for me. If you have the same regards you have for your cell phones, for yourself, then just imagine where you would be and what you'd be doing. And y'all talking about they're building the Tower of Babel. Y'all gonna be right along there with us in the Tower of Babel. Yeah, I am crazy, beautiful one. Like I am, like come on, y'all. Like, come on. Stop being afraid of your life. Come on. What's holding you back? What's your name? Beautiful one, or beautiful TT. What's holding you back? Girl, because I know you resonate with me. That's why you here. All of y'all. I know all of y'all are here because y'all resonate with me in some way. Y'all might be upset with my choices, but I know y'all all love me. See, that's my self-esteem, my ego. I know y'all all love me in this room. Y'all like, dang, like she made me mad, but I want to see her win. I want to see her do good. But she making me mad right now. but damn, come on, Faith, whatever your name is today. Like, so what's holding you back? Really? Well, what's that got to do with you, beautiful TT? What's that got to do with you? What's in your life? Because she said we want you to stop living under Chief. What's in your life that you need to stop doing? Because remember, we're all reflections of each other. So what is in your life that you're doing that you need to stop doing because it's not serving you or it's holding you back from anything? Because I'm just reflecting that within you. Come on, let's get real. Let's talk. Because we all have something. You work and take care of your kids, okay? But what is stopping you? Good for you. Let's give her a hand. Good for you for doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, we get that. Okay, but there's something within you that is stopping you from really being who you are? You see? Let's talk about it. She said, I live a good life and travel. Yeah, you might say that, beautiful TT, but the things that you're saying to me, you're not a person, the Tomb Chief, you're not a person that is reflecting that you live a good life and that you're happy by what you're saying to me. Because remember, whatever you're saying to me, you're saying it to yourself. So there's something within you, with your self-esteem, with your ego, that is holding you back. You can pretend all you want to, but your thoughts don't lie. Because of what you're saying to me lets me know there's something else going on with her. It's not for everybody. You see? The Tomb Chief, I was talking about self-esteem today and the ego. And I know you talk about the ego all the time. And what came to my mind was that the reason why people live the life that they live in their reality is based on their ego. So if they have a low self-esteem or a low ego, then the reality is going to reflect that. But if you have a high self-esteem about yourself and a big ego, then your life will reflect that. So whatever anybody says about you, if it's negative, it's based on their self-esteem. Yes, many are called, but few are chosen. Because of their debilitations will not allow them. Oh, Auntie Naya said, see that face lit up. And your face lit up too when he came into the room. Don't trip. Yes, exactly. That's what I said, Chief. It's all with the natal chart about your self-esteem. Now, we all have low self-esteem in certain places. Like, everybody don't just sit here with just high self-esteem. But some of us have more self-esteem within ourselves. But them debilitations, them shadows, that's why you need to know your aspects. That low self-esteem is in there. And it can come through people, places, and things. The people that you're with, anything can come in low self-esteem. But once you know, then you will be able to see when your low self-esteem is coming right at you and you'll know what to do. Like, okay, I love myself, so you better stay right over there. Yeah, aspects can show places of growth and support, but aspects can also show you, shoot, them demons. I'm telling you. Aspects are very important. Yeah. So make sure, because I'm about to get off of here, chart, your natal chart, tarot.com. You can get a free one. It don't matter. And start studying your ego. What do you think of yourself? How do you move in this reality? Do you love yourself? Yep, that's my cue because the connection's going bad. But yeah, make sure you get your birth chart. And then if you need to understand it, like once you read it, because I tell people, read your birth chart, try to understand, and if you do want a reading from me or help, from me, then come to me. But first, try to help yourself first. Understand how your birth chart is. But I know most of y'all don't even know the difference between the sun and the Pluto, or a Virgo or an Aquarius. I know that. But just start somewhere. And then if you want more elaboration, then you can come to me or anybody that you know, that you trust, that knows anything about astrology. Then you come to us. But at least try to help yourself first before you just go out asking all these crazy questions, okay? All right. Well, I love myself. And I will talk to y'all later.